Live from Orlando, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Magic at Amway Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Last outing for Phoenix, the Wasps. Now here's Johnson. Pass to Booker. Back to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Lays it up off the glass.
Johnson. Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball. And Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Isaac a screen. Over Paul. Bamba trying to break free. Good on the 7-footer. Here's Paul.
And while he's dealt with injuries, I still have enjoyed watching the growth of Jonathan Isaac. The guy in the league, everyone knew he could be a shot blocker, but he does so much more defensively.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Count it.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap. And the wide open shot from Paul.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. You know, Greg, you got to agree the defense isn't the only area where Jonathan Isaac has improved.
And no question, Kevin, his offense has developed as well. He's becoming a more confident scorer, steadily increasing his output on that end. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Now here's Booker. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Driving to the basket. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there.
Back to Fultz. Lets it go. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Booker up top. Kicks it out to Paul. Johnson outside. It's stolen by Fultz. Here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Well, he does not take any possessions off. None. I mean, got to give Fultz a lot of credit. Great at keeping his hands active on defense.
Booker with no one around. No good on the triple. Into the lane. And Suggs throws it down.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now Suggs off target from 3-point range.
Orlando foul.
Oh man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
His first team foul.
And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Orlando's head coach. He knows that Devin Booker is going to get his points, but what they want to do is prevent the freebies. The coach said Booker's become exceptional at drawing fouls, and he's one of the best free throw shooters in the game. So, Kevin, they don't want to see him on the line multiple times tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, he's a very effective scorer from there. Bamba's excellent at using his size to his advantage.
Booker. And it's sent back by Isaac. In the corner, it's Bridges. 4 on the shot clock. Isaac with the steal. Bridges with the steal. Booker left side. Not going to go that time. So Orlando will take it the other way.
You know, he looks so...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
And aggressiveness displayed there by Isaac on his dunks. A high-flying forward who really packs it down.
Now here's Paul. Bamba with the block. Here's Fultz. Drops in the tray. Fultz has got his third bucket of the night. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Pass to Suggs. There's the three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns trailing. Booker left side. Johnson, a wide open look. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Johnson's got 7 points. Fultz with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Back to Fultz. Jacks up a three. That's in. And he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And taken away by Paul. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Drills the three-pointer. Suggs has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Pass to Okeke. Over Johnson. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Magic lead by 5. 2K Sport. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Lets it go from deep. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Suns trail by 5. Paul for 3. And he drives in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And you look at the 2021 draft class. Just some unbelievable talent at the top.
I mean, Cade Cunningham, for me, probably is the consensus best player. But, man, you got guys like Suggs, Green, and Kuminga with that rare athleticism. And then how about Mobley? He really defines what a modern-day big is supposed to be. I mean, what more could you want?
And it's Paul missing. Orlando leading by 4. Ross on the wing. From deep. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
Paul goes in. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Phoenix ball.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. The shot's good from McGee.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you got to play freely and with confidence.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the three-point shot of Mikal Bridges seemed to abandon him early in his NBA career. Coach Monty Williams said he developed a hitch in his release. And Bridges got in the lab with the coaching staff, changing his shot midway through season 2. And the results speak for themselves. Guys?
He had a career year shooting, that's for sure. I admire his work ethic. B.A., thank you. And here's Wagner. Takes it inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
The drive by Paul. Ross grabs the board.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work, gets the most out of his teammates, and has done that wherever he's played.
Here's Paul, and he banks in the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Paul's got a really nice touch from the interior, and you know, he likes to get in there and mix it up with the big guys any chance he gets.
Ross with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. As you said, Paul's teams often overachieve in the standings.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone. And he's the engine to this whole operation.
And he recovers it. Pass to Craig. Outside Crowder. 3 on the clock. The second chance effort. And he sinks the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Tipped away. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here are the Magic now. Here's the drive. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And it's Wagner missing. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 8-point game. They grab their own miss. Here's Craig. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so here's Orlando. Nice to the hoop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. He's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Pass to Booker. 6 to shoot. Over Carter. Johnson for 3. Carter pulls it in. Orlando leading by 10. For 3, Ross. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Booker looks to score and score often. When he's driving, never afraid of the contact. And, you know, Booker might have been a volume shooter, at least early in his career, but now he's a legit number 1 option for an offense.
Carter, that's good.
You know, the thing about Carter, even though he loves to play with his back to the bucket, he can also face you up and knock down the jump shot.
And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And Greg, the efficiency for Booker has grown over the years.
And no longer forcing shots. Takes what's available to him, and I believe he can be the leading scorer on a championship caliber team.
Ross in the corner. Tries from 10. That one wide left. Suns trail by 14. Booker right side. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
And the intelligence. Love watching Booker operate in these situations. His decision-making has really improved over the years. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Free throw drops for Hampton. The Magic making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Here's Payne. Bamba with the block. Three-pointer, Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got 11 points.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside, mix it up a little bit.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the three ball here in the second quarter.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Isaac. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Man, I like the deep ball of Isaac there, man. Has good touch for a big fella. And he shoots it with...
And so it's the Orlando Magic out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second.
You know, guys, it's really all about focus while under pressure. And right there, Bamba shows why that's a valuable trait to have.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Suns trailed by 20. To the paint. Bamba with the block. Here's Fultz. He's got 7. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good. Pass to Paul. The three. Ayton trying to break free. And Chris Paul gets the three.
Paul is superb in the pick and roll. I mean, once the screen comes, he's really good at taking what the defense gives him.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Bamba in the high post. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Bamba's got 7.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz. They're excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Ball outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Pass to Suggs. Takes a 3. No good. Now the Suns take it the other way.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Magic leading by 19 points. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. No good on the three. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Booker outside. No good from outside. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself. Pass to Carter. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Carter down low. He's got 5. And then Carter with the jam.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim and make it look easy. You know, the first overall pick of the 2017 draft, Markelle Fultz really struggled with Philadelphia. He only played 33 games over his first 2 seasons in the city of brotherly love.
Johnson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Magic. Shoots from 12. And it's Carter missing. Suns trailed by 21. And talking about Fultz, that February 2019 trade sending him Clark to Orlando seemed to give Markelle new life.
I agree with you, Kevin. It was good to see him get a fresh start. He actually played in 72 of 73 games that season for the Magic and averaged 12 points and 5 assists. Best of all, he looked like he was enjoying basketball, and that was a great sight to see.
Pass to Washington. And here's Fultz, defended by Paul. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 8 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Fultz. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
For Orlando, they have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And, you know, when Fultz is healthy now, he's a valuable part of this rotation. We've seen him make big strides lately.
Shamet with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. So the wing on the left. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Isaac. Magic leading by 22. Pass to Harrell. Back to Isaac. With the crossover. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
His first.
You know, looking back at Jonathan Isaac's 3rd year in the league, I mean, the forward made huge strides with the Magic in 19 and 20. I mean, he set career highs in just about every category.
And Clark for Isaac, just when he had put everything together. Disaster struck in the 2020 bubble.
Kevin, that was heart-wrenching to see that happen to Jonathan Isaac. Tore his ACL in August of 2020. A terrible injury for a young man who was really starting to grow into his role. But the good news now is he's back out there tonight, and it's great to see him on the court.
Shot clock at 2. McGee's shot is off. And the Magic with possession. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And coming up, Montrezl Harrell said he patterned his game after the All-Star Zach Randolph. Zebo was undersized on paper, but was strong as an ox and found angles to finish.
With the step back. Pass to Washington. Fultz looking around. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
1:35 left in the third quarter. And like the great Tebow, Montrezl Harrell might be undersized on paper, but Greg, that 7'4" wingspan levels the playing court.
Not to mention his leaping ability. Harrell's more of a dunker, quite honestly, but he also displays that soft touch inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. It's ironic that while the league took refuge in Orlando to complete the 2020 season, the Magic has had no reprieve from the rash of injuries that affected its top young players the last few years. This team is well coached and plays hard. Hopefully their fortunes will change when it comes to health. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
Even though he's not the tallest power forward, Washington does have good bounce and a long reach. Plays bigger than he is.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Orlando now.
Cameron Payne.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
He was in the penalty.
That free throw, no good.
The line for Orlando, R.J. Hampton.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Lets it go with the 3. That shot off the mark. So Orlando will take it the other way. Pass to Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Jalen.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Craig, talk about a guy who plays with competitive fire. Suggs is a powerful leader, but by example.
Yeah, I mean, this guy plays with such great strength and energy, and he makes great decisions. Really has an advanced understanding of the game for his age.
Here's Payne, and the rejection by Harrell. Here's McGee. Over Harrell.
You know, when Harrell does a good job with his positioning defensively, he can block some shots. Solid job right there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And so it's Orlando, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead.
Come on and get loud for your 407.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ball goes in, kicks it out to Johnson. With the drive,
Orlando.
and R.J. Hampton is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path, and I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, you know, for the environment, for the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft, and that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Pass to Ross. Inside. Here's Harrell. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Paul outside. Pass to Bridges. Now Ayton. Harrell with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Now in the lineup for your Magic, Mo Bamba.
Now here's Hampton. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Booker looking around. Down low. Paul with the bucket. And that's 13 points for Chris Paul.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Magic leading by 22. He takes it in. Pass to Bamba. Cross on the wing. Back to Bamba. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 9 points for Mohamed Bamba.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Booker in the corner. Drains the three-pointer. Booker's got 24.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, more in store.
And Jonathan Isaac, when he's rolling, he's hard to stop.
A drive by Booker. Bridges outside. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Craig, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
Knocked away.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. Okeke grabs the miss.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
A nice shot by Booker.
You know, Paul won't miss an opening that good. He quickly feeds the ready shooter, and it's all she wrote from there.
Driving the lane. And the dunk by Hampton.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, top man is going for the jump.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Clark, we know injury prevention is a huge aspect for teams, and it seems like training staffs hold a lot more weight than they did in the past.
I think you're exactly right, Kevin. No doubt about it, and for good reason. I mean, the medical staffs include doctors and trainers and physiotherapists and the like, and they really have enhanced what goes into preparing players for their seasons throughout their careers, and it's become more precise, it's better. Yet there are still going to be injuries, but the treatment and care players get now, I think, is platinum level across the league.
And there's the drive. And finished off by Fultz.
Like that explosion to the basket. Fultz can turn it on so quickly. He's past you before you know it. Quick as a hiccup.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Magic.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with this first victory for the matchup. A 1-0 record against the Suns.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Markelle Fultz.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
Carter left side. They double him with Ayton. Here's Fultz. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They put
Close the hood, grab the keys, baby, who you trying to please? Push the pedal, spin the wheels, I know how to make you feel. Baby, I ain't playing games, just shut the door and pump the brakes.